pelican with some very soft mangoes. A closet full of skeletons and terry cloth kangos. Flew the coop.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's Mango Kango here, and today we're going to be doing like a mini house tour type thing. I also want to go in more depth on explaining why I'm doing what I'm doing in today's video, and that is I'm going to be destroying the backyard. Maybe destroying is a bit of a harsh word, but I'm going to be deleting it because I really need to, and I'll go into why in a second. So first off, as to why I'm deleting the backyard in the first place, I have to, and I believe I have to because if I don't, I'm not going to be able to make new videos for you guys, because I'm reaching that limit when I'm making little things like that thing over there. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I'm making something, and I tried making it, and halfway through making it, I reached the build limit, so that sucks. I also kind of want to do something new in the backyard. You know, after seeing it so many times, you know, I realized that I just want to keep making new stuff, and you can't really do that if you have something already there. Also, it won't be gone forever, as it is in
Hello
the video.
amigos. Hola amigos, ¿cómo estás? Bien.
Alright, so
Pas compliqué.
as far as tours go, I'm gonna try to make it kind of brief. There's not too much to talk about. Anyway, here's the entryway. You guys probably saw it in the last video. The curved stairs here, which took about like an hour and a half to 2 hours. It was kind of ridiculous, but once I kind of understood how to do it, it was fairly easy. Then up here we have that nice transition up to the like little bridged area, which has water and lights in it. Kind of just has some plants up here, and then the nice little balcony here with the fence or railing and these little pillars here. I could try and cover this up, but you know, I have the build limit right now, so I'm not really trying to do that. And then obviously I don't have anything over here. But yeah, it looks pretty nice so far. I have these little things over here too. I'm not sure what they call them, but I really like how it's turning out. I just wasn't able to finish it, unfortunately. I can make a video on how to make these walkways too, as they are quite interesting in my opinion, and they're kind of cool given that you can see through them and stuff. And now for the backyard, which we will all be seeing for the last time, unfortunately, but now I can actually kind of walk around and give you guys a tour of it. So, here's the first building here. This building's kind of like a, more of an, if I had to say what this building probably could be, is probably like some sort of insurance place, but it says sales department on here, so I mean, like, I guess whatever you want it to be, you can imagine it to be, but it's more of an industrialized looking building, which is why it's pretty much white. You can walk into it. There's not much going on in here. Not a whole lot of detail. It's more of an outside perspective thing, but you can walk up here, or sorry, climb up here and go up to this window. You can also climb to the roof of the building if I can get up there. Alright, yep, and it gives you access to the roof up here, which is kind of cool, actually. You can also start walking on here. You will fall through though, because these don't like support you, which kind of sucks. These do, these things here, but this doesn't, so you'll fall through. Anyway, we'll just lead into the next building here. This one was quite a bit more complicated, as it has more intricate things going on here. But it's supposed to be like a lot more, I guess, cultural, as it has that like theme of the red and the styling of the roof with the shingles on it. It's supposed to look very like Japanese, so I think I did a decent job at it. But yeah, if we drop down here, if I can fall down, hold on, let me get up here. Alright, so these are all beds, believe it or not. Maybe you caught on to that, maybe you didn't, but yeah, it all consists of beds, and then I have those tables covering the top here. The hardest part was the roof. The roof took ages to get done. That angle was incredibly hard, and to get these to be diagonal the way they are, to act as support beams, was one of the hardest things I think I've ever done in this game. And, you know, it just sucks to see it go, but, you know, sometimes you just gotta let things go sometimes so you can make new things. And yeah, I'm gonna miss it, but oh well, you know. Got the classic traffic light here too. I saw a couple other people kind of making something like this after I posted it. It's very cool. The use of these lamp pillars here are extremely useful. I even used them on the gas station over there. But yeah, they make a nice centered pillar, and I quite like it actually. And then these lights up here, those would just be the spotlights that you can get from the red presents. The next building here is supposed to be kind of like a hotel. Obviously these are more of like advertisements that I have throughout the little mini town city area. These bamboo things, I have a video on how to make those, but this was actually quite a cool revelation when I was building, because this was one of the first buildings, and I made this bamboo thing, and I was like, dang, that really does look like bamboo. So I thought it was pretty cool. These stairs are the princess bed, and I just used it in a different way than I guess most people will use it. Yeah, as far as this building goes, it's actually fairly simple. These are books, the bookshelves from the Victorian set, placed forwards and backwards. So if I scroll down here and I select it, notice how it has that glass side. So if you rotate it, so if you have them both facing one another, it creates this glass feature right here, which I think is really, really cool. Then another alleyway. I have an alleyway in between like all the buildings with like some trash bags and like a trash can lid. Then I just kind of filled it in with these fence gates. And then here's another building that kind of resembles the one over here. It's more of a clothing store. And yeah, I mean, there's not much to it. I do think the angled roof is definitely something special, and the use of lamps here really gives it that sort of style. And yeah, it's pretty cool. And this one's a pretty popular building. A lot of people seem to like this one. All these things, or most of the things that I do have here, are all photoshopped by me, so like this, see how I used like Roblox characters even for the backside right here. And then here I have me, or what I used to look like with Dude 1. And yeah, it's supposed to be like a little like sushi market. Come in and sit down and eat. So I like the colors on this one. This is one of my favorite buildings as well. On the topic of Dude 1 though, I did invite him to come look at this backyard. But he was just taking a while if he was actually going to come, and you know, who knows, maybe he was too busy or didn't feel like it. But yeah, it's just a shame, you know. It would have been really cool to have him look at this, and the reason I invited him to come look was because, you know, this is something that I feel is quite definitively one of the craziest things in the game, and I thought he'd want to see it, you know, but I guess he was just a little too busy for that, so oh well. We move on, and hopefully we'll make something even better next time. Okay, and then here's a kind of I just put Japan coffee because I couldn't actually put Starbucks, which is unfortunate. But I did my research, and they do have Starbucks in Japan. And then I do have some like little, all my friends here kind of photoshopped in. Yeah, it looks really nice. I like the angle that comes off the building here. It's just a really nicely shaped building, and a good use of the piano up here to be that kind of I forgot what these are called, but they're like a little cover thing. These are really cool too. I think I use these in quite an interesting way. These are the cat lamps turned sideways to give it that supporting thing. I don't know how to explain that either. There's a lot of terms I don't know that are probably have their own technical term, but I'm just gonna call them the holdy things right now because I don't really have another word for it in mind. Right, and then we have the 7-Eleven, and yes, they do have 7-Elevens in Japan, okay, believe it or not. I don't know why, I feel like I had a good amount of people being like, there's a 7-Eleven in Japan. They're everywhere, bro. They're just a little bit different. They work more in the sense of like you would actually go and eat there. It's like its own kind of restaurant. They have like some ramen and stuff that you can heat up in there, and it's really cool. I actually quite like the 7-Elevens in Japan. I hope to visit it someday. It'd be really, really cool. And then we have a classic cherry blossom tree here with the pink leaves or blossoms. And for this, I just, put a bunch of the trees on top of a bigger tree, and I used the Halloween tree for this. So if you do have the Halloween tree, it actually works out quite well, and I highly recommend using it. It's very, very cool. Alright, and then these are mannequins that have a UGC item that looks like a bush on it. They're okay, they're not bad. I just used them because I thought it looked pretty decent. The gas station itself, these pumps are made of like a bunch of different things, like I think 2 coffee machines and printers, paper towel roll, and the teapot thingy. They're not the best, like I'm gonna be real with you guys, they're not the best. But they look okay, and they obviously do the job. You can tell they're supposed to be gas pumps, so yeah, you can go in here. There's not really anything going on in here besides stuff to make it so you can't walk through decals and whatnot. Just trying to give you guys like the full tour here, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Not a whole lot more going on. And now, without further ado, it's time. Wow. Oh my god. Holy.
Keep it strong.